I'm Father Robert Balacer, the digital Jesuit, host of Twyet, This Week in Enterprise Tech on the Twit Network. And today I've got the Sony GS7 Google TV.
The NSZ GS7 is Sony's latest attempt to bring Google TV to the masses. This $200 box aims to be the perfect add-on to your entertainment center, providing internet-connected services and content to any HDMI-connected television. Out of the box, Sony provides the bare essentials, including a remote, the GS7, a power cable, and an IR blaster. The GS7 is small and feature-packed with a build quality you might not associate with mass-produced glossy plastic boxes. It sports 8 GB of internal memory and a dual-core 1.2 GHz ARM-based Marvell 1500 chip, along with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. My favorite feature of the GS7 has to be its remote. It's a two-sided unit that combines a keyboard on one side with the touchpad on the other. The remote is littered with buttons that look like they are designed to mimic a standard TV or DVR remote, a plus for the less technically inclined, while also including built-in extra functionality for users of PlayStations or Sony TVs. Powered by two AA batteries, the remote connects to the GS7 via Bluetooth and includes volume and channel rocker switches in a side configuration that will be familiar to smartphone users. The touchpad is multi-touch capable and lets you drag, drop, click, pinch, and zoom in the same way that you do with your laptop touchpad. The keyboard is compact, but still quite usable, definitely more so than trying to type in movie, music, and TV titles with a number pad. The remote features a keyboard backlight for typing in low light conditions and sports accelerometers that automatically turn off the control surface that is face down, so that you don't accidentally type or touch. The sensors also mean that you can use the remote itself as a full-motion 3-axis controller. The GS7 has ports aplenty. It features an in-box power supply, 2 USB 2.0 ports, 10100 Ethernet, an IR blaster, digital optical out, and HDMI pass-through featuring HDMI CEC. The CEC means that you can automatically control a CEC-enabled device connected to the GS7 via HDMI, a superior method to the IR blaster. The GS7 is easy to set up. Plug in your HDMI cables, provide power, connect Ethernet and the IR blaster if you plan on using them, and you're ready to go. Upon power up, the player runs you through a series of configurations to set language, power preferences, and to properly set up overscan to take advantage of your screen. You'll also be given the choice of a wireless or wired connection to the internet. You are then prompted to enter the Google account you'll be using with your Google TV and asked for your backup preferences. After setting your zip code, audio, and cable box preferences, the Google TV is now ready to use with a set of the most commonly used applications, including Netflix, YouTube, and Chrome. Additional applications are available through the Google Play Store, as are the full catalog of Google movies and TV series. The interface was slick and snappy. It was relatively easy to find content I was looking for, be it through Netflix, YouTube, or the Google Store. The keyboard and touchpad made it much easier to use the Google interface than a typical TV or cable box remote, and video and audio quality were top-notch, with no hint of stutter, lag, or pixelation. There are a few apps that work quite well on Google TV, including Pandora, YouTube, and Netflix, but there are still a fraction of the Play Store apps available for use on the GS7. This is partly made up by the inclusion of a Google Chrome browser, which I found to be full-featured and quite usable, but somehow still out of place and mismatched to the style of Google TV.
The Sony GS7 definitely has a few things going for it. It is undoubtedly the best Google TV device ever to have come out, much better than the first generation. It's faster, it's slicker, it's easier to set up, easier to use, and it has ports galore. Everything from HDMI in and out with the control channel so I can control other devices through the HDMI connection, to USB, Ethernet, optical audio out, and the IR blaster. That being said, that's about it. On the con side, it still feels very much unbaked, unfinished. Some applications work, but some others don't. Some others don't work right. A good example would be picture-in-picture. Now, there's a really cool feature that I can use where I can put applications next to one another, or I can put one application within another application. It's intuitive. I should be able to put one application here and have content over here, but that's not how it works in Google TV. Some applications can be pictured and windowed and some others can't. Now, I'm sure there's reasoning behind it, but it doesn't feel intuitive. So what happens is I end up being frustrated that I can't get the content and watch it the way I want to watch it. Now, the remote control is another thing. I actually really like this remote control. I thought it was cool. I fell in love with it the first time I saw it at Google I/O. I like the fact that it has a full-size keyboard. I like the fact that it has a touchpad on the back. I like the fact that they built in sensors and accelerometers so I can use the remote as an actual game controller. But my enthusiasm for the device as a developer did not translate into the enthusiasm of the people who actually used it. They found it clunky, they found it complicated, and well, they just gave up. Now, they could fix this. They could make a firmware patch that makes the apps run better. They could, redesign the actual usage of the buttons on the remote so that it made more sense. But for right now, if I'm looking at buy, try, or don't buy, this is a definite don't buy. This is the Sony GS7 Google TV.